On the eve of this historic coronation of King Charles III, 70 years ago, retired squadron leader Terence Devi-Smith and his team were chosen to perform the RAF's flypast for the Queen's coronation. Terence was due to fly a Meteor aircraft over the palace to mark Britain's transition to a Queen as monarch when bad weather put the flypast in jeopardy. But a last-minute call to send them up was made after conditions improved. And needless to say, the squadron leader's contribution to the 1953 flypast has not been forgotten. In preparation for King Charles's coronation, he was invited to be the guest of honour at RAF Cranwell in Lincolnshire during April's flypast rehearsals. And I'm genuinely honoured to say that Terence joins me now. Well, great to see you, Terence. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you.
I was reading about your story and I thought, I've got to get this guy in, because the idea that you were there flying over the skies for Queen Elizabeth when she became Queen, and here you are today, and we're on the eve of another great coronation. It makes you part of British history.
Oh, history is it? But I would love to fly tomorrow, but
You won't be going up tomorrow.
I won't be flying tomorrow.
Do you remember well that day back in 1953 when you flew over?
Oh, very difficult to forget.
Yeah.
I suppose the most memorable thing was that the weather. It was poor weather, and we were just drank about 6 gallons of coffee, waiting to say go. Eventually, they said go, round about I can't remember now, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and off we went.
What was the feeling like for you? Obviously, you were a very accomplished pilot, but what was the feeling like to be taking part in this moment of history?
Oh, great honour, because it was to fly in close formation, demonstrating our skills in front of Her Majesty.
And you'd met the Queen before the coronation, actually.
Yes.
She'd come down to visit your squadron, and you actually lent her your pen. You gave her your pen to use, I think,
Yep, I was fortunate. Well, I was an ADC at the time.
Yeah.
To the Commander-in-Chief of Home Command. She was about to. She was offered the thing to, and people just saying, "Pen," because the pen should have been there on the table, but it wasn't.
But you came to the rescue.
Yeah.
What was she like, the young Queen, then, to meet?
Oh, super. Well, they all are. All the royal family are. I'm a great royalist. Well, I'm a royalist.
When people say, as some people do, what's the point of the royal family and the monarchy? It's anachronistic. We should get rid of it. What do you say to them?
I'd say a rude word, which I can't repeat.
What do they mean to you? Why is it important that we have this royal family?
They're the symbol of everything which is great about England, about British Isles, rather. We're Great Britain because we have the royal family, I feel.
There are murmurings that Charles can't be as popular as his mother, and this will hasten the end of the monarchy. Do you think
it's
that?
Not a question of popularity. He's going to be a very good king, in my opinion.
Why do you think that?
Because he listens. I think that's one of the things. He listens, and he's got the right ideas, and he wants to achieve something.
There's no country in the world that does pomp and pageantry and military processions like Britain, I think. What was it like to actually take part in one? I mean, how did you celebrate afterwards with your colleagues?
True, we did.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we'd been on tenterhooks for 6-7 hours, and eventually, as I said, the Air Marshal sitting on or standing on, pacing up and down the top of the roof of the Buckingham Palace, finally said he sensed that the weather was improving, so he said just go.
And there were huge crowds, of course, of people.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine, was that the highlight of your career?
Up to then it was, yes.
Yeah. Did you have something later that
Well, not to that extent. No.
When you look back, you have your logbook here from the day, and you have some pictures of you from that day. Does it bring back great memories for you?
Yeah, wonderful memories. Yeah.
Are any of your colleagues from that day, are they still alive? Do you
I've no idea. I don't know.
You never see them?
I don't see them now.
No.
It's you leave the Air Force and you go and develop civilian life. And no, I'd like to see them, but
What did you go on to do when you left the RAF?
when I left the Air Force, went into commerce. I was company secretary.
What does it mean to you, Terence, to be British? Tomorrow, the eyes of the world will be on this country.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be British?
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful. We are number one.
The best country in the world.
Well, I think so.
What makes us such a great country, do you think?
I think because we've tried to help other countries to develop without trying to dominate them.
You've had an amazing life.
Yeah. Yes,
and you've reached a wonderful age.
Yeah.
Where will you be watching the coronation tomorrow?
Oh, at home on television.
In full colour, which it wasn't back in 1953.
Oh, yeah, full colour. And not only that, but normally I've had a screen about that wide.
Yeah.
But now I've got one that wide.
Did you feel tremendous pressure when you were on that flyby that day?
No, because we'd rehearsed time and time again, flying in close formation. So, and you trusted everyone else around you that they weren't going to do anything bloody stupid.
And when you finished, Terence, when you were done, and you all landed, and you realised it had been a huge success,
yeah.
Was that a huge relief to everybody?
Oh yeah. We were buoyant.
Yeah.
Apart from being full of wine and beer as well.
The Queen very sadly died last year.
Yeah.
What impact did that have on you when you heard that news?
Oh, I was very, 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 very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Because she really was a great queen. But I think any member of the royal family is going to take her place. King Charles rather, is I think going to be a very good king.
I think he will. I think he has very good qualities.
Yes, I believe so.
And I think Queen Camilla, as she will be, has turned out to be a great rock for him.
Why not? Yeah, he chose her, so he's got. I'm sure he's got good taste.
Yeah, Terence, it's wonderful to see with all your memories and your logbook. I mean, what was the entry for the logbook? Do you remember?
My entry there? Oh,
yeah.
Just coronation review fly past.
That's it.
That's it. Yes.
Very understated.
Yeah. Well, that's all it is. Everything else is up there.
Did you ever work out how many people around the world will have been watching you that day?
No, never.
Millions, right? Hundreds of millions.
Well, I suppose bound to be.
Yeah. An amazing moment in history.
Yeah.
Well, a great honour to have you here, Terence.
No. It's been. Thank you for inviting me here.
And here you've got a beer because you did a lot of great work. You raised money for the Defence Medical Rehabilitation Centre in Loughborough, which is your badge there, and that's your coronation medal there, which is fantastic. Yeah. And this is the beer that the charity does, the Benevolence Beer. Do you recommend this, Terence?
I do.
A nice drop?
I recommend the
charity.
The charity.
It's an excellent charity. It does cracking beer. So if you can raise some money, the Defence Medical Rehabilitation Centre in Loughborough. Terence, great to meet you and great to interview. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
And what an amazing thing to have done in your life. Yeah. Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely to see you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye-bye.